Hello beautiful beings. This video is about sexual hangovers and tantric / sexual alchemy. So what is a sexual hangover? First of all, from a tantric or a sexual alchemical perspective, everybody who isn't practicing celibacy or tantra is most likely in a sexual hangover, and it can go from a physical dense feeling and just feeling triggered and a little stressed out by those little things in life which happen on a daily basis, to having a somewhat restless ego mind and subconscious mind talking all the time, to really feeling angry and frustrated and disconnected from the world and empty. There are many layers to it, but it's not all bad. It's basically designed that way as this third dimension to fortify the contrast of that dimension. So you can go that path and you can really let this energy and those explosive expressions crack you open. But keep in mind that it's fortifying the contrast of 3D, and also to really enjoy that path you have to dive deeper in those lower chakras, the 3 lower chakras, and with every, let's say, explosive release, those releases get nicer and you get more and deeper into the shadows. If you feel like diving really deep, you can do it. But now I'm going to talk about those other paths which are really interesting. So basically what happens when you practice celibacy or when you practice sexual alchemy without hunting for the ecstatic and the most ecstatic explosive experience, because also in Tantra, while not orgasming for men and women, you have those explosive trance-like states. I'm talking about the joyous, happy, content, beautiful, loving energy states that made you see the love and the light in everything. Oh my god, my voice is already trembling because I feel the common resistance towards this subject. Anyways, I just want to make a short, how should I say, video about this topic. So basically, it's really easy, especially for those, really interesting for those who seek this quote-unquote spiritual retirement. It's really close to that state. So you still have contrasts, you still have different experiences of good and bad and whatnot, but overall people tend to be in this really beautiful, fluffy, loving state, and it's really hard for people to see the shadow sides of other people while they're in that energy heightened state. And they really have to look for their shadow sides to see them, otherwise everything is beautiful and fluffy. And that happens with celibacy or with, I would say, tantric practices, where the people just make out and don't let it go to an explosion. But I think it's really hard to understand for like regular people who don't dive into those subjects, that it's actually way easier than they think. They just have to try it and see what happens and how beautiful everything gets in the world. And there are also a few good things about this denser experience. So whatever it is that feels more appealing to you, you choose and you see where it goes. Whenever you have this explosive orgasm, you're getting rid of a lot of energy, you're expelling a lot of energy, and new energy comes in. There's always a circulation of energy. In the past videos I've been talking that there's some kind of energy accumulator in your body, which is there, but energy also always flows in and out. We can use this energy accumulator for a lot of nice purposes, especially for calming our subconscious mind and having this beautiful radiant energy around us and perceiving everything closer to the truth, quote-unquote, which is that everything is love and light, and thus be more joyous, happy in everyday life situations. So that's the really great benefit of this one. So I lost my train of thought, by the way. One second. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So when you observe people who go for ecstasy and everything, they have a lot of mind shadow often, and they're really uncontent, and they really need to achieve certain things to be happy or to be for more expensive foods or more attractive people or more exciting things, and that's good. This is one part of the experience here, and if you choose and if you're online with this, that's perfectly fine. But if you're looking for something different, or you have this feeling that it doesn't resonate with you, this might be why. You can also just make love without expelling all that energy and go towards more love, and then those explosive energy releases will just feel like uninteresting to you. They might just feel like, yeah, you've been drinking a glass of water or something, this compared to this beautiful overall peace and love that connects you with everything. It's just like, well, yeah, it's not even worth it. And if you want to experience those explosive experiences, you better go down into those shadows, into those denser chakras, and you really, with every energy explosion, they get stronger through your entire body, and you just go more down in the ecstasy. But people tend to feel more like condemned into day-to-day life, more trapped, and less loving and less caring about other people's feelings, and they just tend to shut themselves down. This is why I'm making this video, because most of the people these days, they're not really there where they communicate their emotions, and they really are open and vulnerable. And it's also somewhat pushed by culture, but it's also that it's just happening right now, that this is a new movement, a new wave, and people are really starting to discover this. So the time is right now. So if you look towards more opening up to communication, especially in intimate relationships, this is a really good way to do it, or just to be more happy and content and joyous through your life. Just try this path and see how easy it is by just not choosing those explosive experience with rush throughout your entire nervous system and basically make your life a living hell, and just go into that nice, soft, fluffy direction and see how easy you can shift everything in your life around just by changing that little thought pattern there, basically, and this little habit. And you're just like, wow, my god, what happened? Was it that easy? So okay, on that note, maybe I left out some stuff. I'm going to do future videos, and I'm also going to produce an audiobook on that one. I cannot even talk today. Anyways, as always, I love you all very much. Have a very beautiful week. Namaste. Till next time.